So there's a guy that neither of us knew, and I don't think really anybody knows.
He even made fun of himself.
Yeah.
He was like, look at this. The website shows all these people. They're all amazing people. Look at this little last person. Who is that guy? And then he was like, oh, that's me. Nobody knows me. It was pretty funny.
So his name was Pete Vargas. He was an interesting character for sure. Someone with a pretty big vision that's pretty empowering. And he was talked about the power of selling from a stage, which was really interesting, and I think, again, applied to us because as we've done 5 or 6 conferences now and spoke in front of a few crowds, we were unsure of like where that like helped us.
Be
in
honest,
our business.
we didn't know what we were really doing. We just like to help people, and we just kind of went there with no plan of action. Of
the same way that
what
we
is
like
the purpose of this?
Yeah, we're treating this group as like, let's just give out information. That's basically what we did. We just went and did live webinars. Like there was no upsell, there was no
sell.
Rhyme or reason.
There was no sale.
Yeah, we were just there to add value, which I think was awesome. I think we have people in this group from seeing us live. I think that we've built a lot of good relationships. But that's probably not the best business decision, just to be like flying somewhere, paying for a hotel. Like it ended up being an expense for us at the end of the day, and was like, okay, this is cool. We enjoy it. It's fun to go and talk.
Spend thousands of dollars on this.
Yeah,
we need to figure out how to make some money.
Right, but it wasn't profitable for us, and that's what Pete kind of broke down. It was like there are a lot of people who just want to speak because it is kind of a cool thing to do, and if you are passionate about what you're doing, like it's a really good way of getting your name out there and your passion for people to just see you talking about it. Like it's a really powerful thing, but think about like in the big picture how that's going to affect you. And so he just broke down some things, like what to do basically when you're going to speak on stage, how you should be telling your story, how you should be like presenting things, the order that you should be talking about things, and then like how to actually bring value to people. Instead of just saying like there is 30 to an hour worth of content, like you're on your own now, like here's the next step for what if you're interested in me, if you're interested in what I'm talking about, here's the next step for you. Let's continue to grow this relationship, and really growing things past just that like initial talk or whatever you're giving. So that was really impactful, I think, for us, especially as we're about to start going back into doing more conferences. It's cool now to have just like some goals and targets to hit as we're moving forward. Some things to think about as we're putting together these speeches. And like Steven said, with the first person who spoke, or that he talked about rather, they were talking about like their story and like the reason. So Russell Branson's story was like he had a problem and he had to solve it. I think us just sharing like our story and what problem we were trying to solve, that helps people relate to what we're doing even more than just saying like, hey, I've been doing art, he's been doing data. This perfect opportunity came up for us. It was like, yeah, well, we worked for 10 plus years before that trying to figure out where our gifts were and
working on our gifts and using our gifts.
Well, that leads into my next speaker, but
okay.
I'll let you go.
No, go for it.
Okay.
If that leads into your speaker, because mine is just kind of a wrap up, and I think it helps transition
was
us.
awesome.